It's Clearly Reviews, and here today we're back with another rosin review. Today we have some rosin coming from the brand Blue River, and today we have the Banana OG. This was only a half gram that I got. It was for a discounted price, so I was already assuming that it wasn't going to get the highest rating in the world, and I was right about that. I would say that this definitely past my expectations, though. I would say that this was definitely very good. It was smoking very smooth and all of that. I will get into giving you guys a few different breakdowns on exactly why it's getting such a low rating after I show you how it smokes. Well, so as you can see, it actually does burn very well, but one thing that I definitely noticed is the rosin itself is very watery. It is almost it's hard to get onto the dab tool, and on top of that, it does seem like it was almost short, but I'm not 100% sure. I did not scale it, and I'm not going to throw out any accusations, but what I am going to say, it definitely was very watery. It was looking decent, like color wise, but I would say that the dabs itself were super watery, so when you're actually getting it onto the tool, you're either getting way too much or you're getting not enough at all. So you would always end up getting too much, which could lead to the point where I'm thinking that it was less than it says it was. But in the end, I would say that the watery rosin is something that I'm not a big fan of. I don't think that's something that the market is a big fan of. So this one, for the look, is actually going to get a 5. I think that this one getting a 5 is very fair, and honestly it's something that isn't too bad. It's a very fair rating in my opinion. That leads us to the smell. The smell is going to get a 7, and for the taste it's going to be an 8.1. I would say the smell on it is not attractive at all, but the taste is actually very attractive. I would say that the smell getting a 7 is not that good at all. It's really not, but it's something that I would say is very fair. I would say a 7 is something that is super fair. It is not going to be very appealing, and it's not really going to be very potent. So it's definitely not going to really pass the test for me to say that it deserves anything higher than a 7 for the smell. But then for the taste, it actually is tasting very good. It just tastes very well. So I would say that this one getting an 8.1 for the taste, very fair. That leads us to the high though, and the high on this one's actually going to get an 8.3, which is very good. I would say that an 8.3 is something that definitely surprised me. I would say that I knew Banana OG would be very good, especially in rosin form. I just had to try it because I could only assume how good it was going to be. If the flower version of it was so potent, then the rosin version was going to be even more potent, and it definitely was. It was not only just very potent, but it was something that really did help with all of the different things that it said it's supposed to. So I would say that this one was an amazing one. So this one getting an 8.3 for the high is very fair, but that will lead us to an overall score of a 6.3. The reason why is basically because of the look, and the look, it does play a huge factor, but doesn't at the same time. So I would say that this one still actually gets my recommendation, especially because you can get it for such a good price right now at Harbor House, and you can find Harbor House over in Chelsea, Massachusetts. It is a very reliable dispensary where you can always go and find something that will spark your interest, whether it's on their flower menu, extract menu, edible menu or any part of their menu, you'll find something. So I definitely recommend you go try this out. You can actually go get this one for a very good deal right now, so jump on it before it sells out. I do appreciate anyone who has watched this though, and if you are interested in checking out more of my content, I definitely recommend you check out the tournament that I'm going to be starting up. I had to discontinue the last one I was doing due to one of the brands causing some trouble within the tournament. So that one had to come to a end, but I'm going to be starting up the best of the East Coast tournament. So if that is something that interests you, go check out my channel. But I do appreciate you for watching this, and definitely have a nice rest of your day.